Hello and welcome to SAP Learning Academy. So this is a day 7 of IP tutorial. So in my previous videos I have explained all the above tasks, task 1, task 2 and task 3, and in this today's tutorial I will be going through and explain the tasks 4, 5 and 6. So the task 4 and 5 is a repost function, and task 6 again a copy function from version B to C. I hope you have guys looked my previous videos, and I would recommend, if you haven't seen my previous videos, please look into those, so in order to understand it very clearly. Anyway, I will explain it very briefly my previous task, so that you can understand it in this video. So what was done in my, so let me go to the planning sequence first, and then I will explain what is the task 4, 5 and task 6. So if I go to the planning sequence, so our first task was copy from A to B, so which we have done that. Then we have done the reevaluation. Reevaluation means increasing by some percentage, like I want to increase the value of some key figure by 5% or 10%, so that you can do. Then we have done the distribution by keys, so which was done in the last video. So now what we are going to do, we are going to repost from T what to what. So I will go to the slide, so where I have described more for faster, making the video faster. So let me go to the tasks 4 and 5. Yes, so this task 4, what it says, we now need a repost function from material group T what to what, because the material group T what has been phased out, or there is an error. So what does it mean? So I will go to the data. So if I look into the data of this provider, and it is said that you need to replace T what with what. So it means suppose this T what has been phased out, or there is some error, so we need to replace T what by what. So how we can do that? So there is a function, there is a planning function called repost. By that you can replace the same quantity. You can take the same quantity of what, and it will put in what. It means it will copy from T what to what. So we will do it here. So for that we have to go to RS plan. So here what we have to do first, we have to as we can take the same aggregation level, because we are not adding any new aggregation level, so we can take the previous aggregation level that we have. So now what we will do, so we will create the repost function. So go to this function, and now we have to create the function called, so let me check. So for making this video better and faster, I have already created these objects, so I can easily show you. Yes, this is the repost function. So what was done here, so you can see this function type is repost, and now material group is selected, fields to be changed, means this field will be changed. So now if I go to parameter, now I have set like this. You can choose the key figure, and if it is individual key figure, then you have to select here and then click on here. So now I am reposting from T what to what. So from value is T what and to value is what. So once you save this, so your planning function will be created. So once it is created, now you have to create the filter. So for this exercise, that filter is already created, so I will just take the filter. So the filter is M20 F02. Yes. Now if I see and display, so what it does, so it is taking, this is a kind of a selection field. As I told earlier, that filter is just a selection of data which we will be taking from the provider. And now look at this field, material group. So you have to provide, so both the fields, so which you are going to use it. So you are going to use T what to what, so you have to provide both the fields in this material group. So once your filter is ready and your planning function and aggregation levels are ready, then you have to go and add in the planning sequence. So your planning sequence was this one, so go and display, and once you display here, then you edit it. So as I told earlier, that we can take the same planning same aggregation level, so we are taking the same one. Now we have to take the filter, so filter is repost, this one. Then we have to take the planning function, is this one. So once it is done, then you save it and you now run it, run in trace mode. So once you have done that, we can see the data here. You can see the message below that 2 records are generated. So go and display, you can see that before value is T-word and new value is what. And similar to this is for 1000 company code, and next one is for the 2000 company code, and it was here before value, and this is the new value. So by that we can understand that the T-word has been replaced by what. So we can save the data, save planning buffer. So the planning data is saved. So now we want to see the data in the cube. So how does it look now? So if you just go back and refresh it, so we can see that T-word, if I just do kind of a sorting, so that will be nice to understand. Yes, look at this field T-word, it has become 0 0, and the same amount what was here for T-word has been replaced to what. So I hope it is, look at here again, the value with quantity 0 doesn't have any meaning. So this value of T-word has been replaced to what. So this was the tasks 4 and 5 which I call. Now I have another task in it, there is a task 6. So this is, what is this? So we have done the previous task. Now we are going to copy the material group what and juice from version B to C. So our new task is, we have to copy the data what and juice from version B to C. So now I'm going to the this data. So now we have juice and what in place. So now we want to copy this data to version C. Look at this version, it is now B. Now we will make this data to version C. So how we can do that? So we have to create a copy planning function for that. So simply go and create a copy planning function, so which can easily solve your issue. So now I'm going to the planning function, and for this exercise it is already created. So the planning function is M20 . Yes, we can see that the fields to be changed is selected for version. So it means version will be changed from B to C. We can see the parameter that version B will be changed to C. So once this is created, you can save it. Now we need to create the filter for that, so we can see the filter what was created. 20 F3. So this is the filter. So you can see the version here we have changed to version C. Just let me check. And yes, we have written here create a filter by copying this, and when we want to copy from a different provider, then we need to choose both the provider in the filter. But if we want to copy from same provider like version B2C, then we need to choose only the provider and the version. Yes, there is a catch which you can understand that in our first exercise, copying from provider actual to there was different providers. So in that case you have to provide both the values. Like I will show you here. Like if I go to this my planning sequence, and there's a copy function, and now we are going to create another copy function. So there's a small difference in the planning function. This copy function was copying data from different provider. Like if I go to the filter, we can understand. Look, so it is also copying data from version A to B, but it is copying from provider ACT to S20. So in that case you have to put both the provider names in the selection, in the filter selection, and also the version. But now when I'm copying from the same provider, and I will be copying the data from the same provider, and I will be putting the saved values in the same provider, in that case you no need to just you need to give this provider name and the copied and which will be copied version, like C in this case, so which you need to give in the filter. So for that it is already now, for that I have created like that. So you have to give the version name and provider name for that. So once it is done, so now you have to go and add in the planning sequence. So this is your planning sequence, display it, edit this. Now we are going to take the same planning sequence, since it is we can same aggregation level, because we have not changed anything for that. So we have to go and take the filter for that, then we have to take the planning function for that. So it is this one. So now we have to save this. So once it is saved, we have to execute this. So we can see the message below that 4 records are generated. So we have to go and see what is this. So look at this. So version B, the data of version B is copied to version C. So we can now again see that. So previous value is version B, now the same value is changed with C. So now I will save the data, save planning buffer. So once you save it, you can now go and check the data. Yes, I will go back and execute again. So we can see that so let me just remove the zeros, those doesn't have any meaning. So let me just exclude 0. Yes, now we can see that there the data with version B is copied to version C. So this is the exercise of this tutorial, and so what we have done today, we have we have passed we have done the repost from t what to what, and then we have copied the data what and use from version B to C. So this is all about this tutorial, and in the coming videos I will be providing the information about task 7, and after that we'll be moving more into the analysis of Office. So I hope you have understood, and if you have any question regarding this video, you can always comment below. Thank you. Yep.